Good morning, kids, and welcome to another video of Foxbooks on Connie X. Today, we're going to be looking at some custom art he had made as we see if every Digimon season had its own OMNIMON. Let's hop in and check it out.
OMNIMON, you're not sick of it, right?
Who could ever be sick of OMNIMON? It's awesome.
What is up, digital companions? My name is Connie X, and I didn't put on this fancy outfit for you. I went out for brunch with my fiance and my mum earlier. I wouldn't do this for you. Maybe I would. So, OMNIMON. Personally, a Digimon I really
Yeah, I hope the brunch was good at least.
like. The moment in Digimon the movie, or our war game where he appeared, changed the game forever for me. And to this day, that still persists. Watching Adventure 2020 for the first time, what kept me watching was seeing other appearances from OMNIMON, or indeed his variants. So far, season-wise, it's just Adventure and Adventure 2020 that has had protagonists become OMNIMON. Obviously, we've had OMNIMON appearances in other seasons, movies, manga, etc. But I got to thinking, what if getting an OMNIMON form became a trend of sorts? Like how almost every Power Rangers season got a Battleizer after a while. And I wrote in the legend that is Weirdomon to do all the art for this video, so please do go follow him and get a commission. I've been struggling with some IRL stuff recently, and having Weirdomon be so patient and helpful with these pieces meant the absolute world, and what made that easier also were my Artbringer and Sovereign patrons, as well as all my patrons over on patreon.com/CarnEX. If you'd like to alleviate some of my IRL issues and pay for custom art, I'd really appreciate it if you became a paid member over there on patreon.com/CarnEX. When we get to 100 paid patrons, I'm going to do a very special, exclusive, Patreon-exclusive live stream. But I'd love it if you supported me over there, if you're able to. Thank you. Alright, we begin with Digimon Adventure 02. And yeah, technically, 02 kinda had a form accessed via OMNIMON in Imperialdramon Paladin mode that was obtained in the movie Revenge of Diaboromon. But that doesn't count to me. However, my thought process is that DNA Digivolution was such a big thing in 02 anyway. Argue with the wall whether OMNIMON is a DNA Digivolution or not. So instead of keeping the...
I mean, it kind of is. It's literally two Digimon DNA fusing into one. Prime example with Hyildramon right here.
Hyildramon pair of XVmon and Stingmon, my mind went to a hypothetical Digimon Adventure 02 movie that brought back Magnamon and Rapidmon. Imagine that. Resulting in OMNIMON Alter G, standing for Alter Gold.
I love gold!
I was really happy with how Weirdomon took this. Two golden armor Digimon resulting in a golden OMNIMON. But because the Magnamon half is on the right arm, this becomes an alter form, as Magnamon fulfills the Greymon role in this instance. I know someone's gonna go, oh, but Magnamon and Rapidmon aren't megas. No,
Oh, whoa, what the? Hold on, we'll be right back. And we're back.
One has the power equivalent to a Mega, though, and they're both armor Digimon that exist outside of the level boundary. But also, may I remind you, in official Digimon media, Greymon and Garurumon, the champions, not War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, became OMNIMON in Adventure 2020. So the levels don't really matter that much. Instead, I'm going to try and aim for Mega level, but if it doesn't work or I think it's cooler, I'm just going to go for a pairing that I think works best. Also, there is a season that doesn't have the Mega level, so you get the point. A Golden Warrior of Light. OMNIMON Alter G is a fusing of the two golden heroes, Magnamon and Rapidmon. A protector and noble knight, though not a royal knight like its brothers. It has a powerful right arm which delivers a Magna laser and an equally strong left arm that pummels and launches rapid rockets. For Digimon Tamers, I took a little bit of pause on how I wanted to approach things. Initially, I wanted to do a tri-fusion of Gallantmon, Mega Gargamon, and Sequoiamon. However, I felt it more likely if the show were to get OMNIMON-style forms, they'd pair up the characters in twos. Staccato and Henry, Rika and Rio, Kazu and Kenta, etc. And so I got Weirdomon to design what I feel we'd most likely see from something like a Digimon Tamers movie or continuation, even if, yes, Rika is the Mat of Tamers, that being the OMNIMON of Gallantmon and Mega Gargomon, OMNIMON Alter T, aka Alter Tamers. Again, this is an alter form because the...
Alright, okay, first of all, it's actually not too bad. It's okay, but it's good.
Greymon equivalent Gallantmon is on the right arm, and we have a Mega Gargamon making up the left. I like the match here between Alter G and Alter T, with both having members of the Terriermon evolution line on the left arm. I also like how Weirdomon took the OMNIMON body here. It's familiar, but also feels deeply Tamers connected, with the zero-unit chest, more greyish body, and the gold and black elements connecting specifically to its two halves. OMNIMON Alter T is an avenging OMNIMON, comprised of two dreamers of their world. It has become the biggest biggest dreamer to combat a threat from the digital world, capable of phasing between
A destroyer of nightmares. There you go.
realities in a blink. Omnimon Alter T protects all the worlds it is able to reach with its Duke Lance and Gargo Gatling gun. Okay, so Digimon Frontier kind of already has an Omnimon adjacent form in Sasanuomon. So we're just gonna move on from Psych! Omnimon Zenith is here. Yeah, I know Sasanuomon is all the spirits, but I wanted specifically something that used Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon to make an Omnimon-looking form, which Sasanuomon isn't. It's a unique form comprised of all the spirits, technically, so Weirdamon delivers.
Now, hold on. Before we continue on, just gotta say two things. One, damn, that's a big-ass sword! And two, damn, that's a big-ass gun! Okay.
Did this with a bomb, making something that is absolutely an Omnimon, from the white body to the yellow toe, claws, and spikes, but also doing something really new and interesting with it. The star theming of the chest piece and helmet really stood out to me, and the incorporation of the Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon arms worked fantastically in my opinion, making them much bigger and feeling very different to the more streamlined Omnimon we're familiar with. He even managed to get the kind of trailing streamers from the two halves into the design. When the forces of evil prevent a true merging of all 10 spirits to become Sasanuomon, those imbued with the power of the 10 ancient warriors adapted and overcame, becoming Omnimon Zenith, one of the strongest Omnimon in the history of all digital worlds. It is often considered a leader of leaders thanks to the intellect it possesses, of 10 ancient Digimon and 2 human children. Enemies beware, it's Magna Garuru Cannon and Kaiser Grey Sword. For Data Squad, we did technically create an Omnimon of sorts called Glorymon a while back for a different video. However, Weirdamon and I agreed that was more like a Data Squad exclusive form and less like a proper Omnimon. So we thought it might be fun to specifically make an Omnimon made of the burst modes of the War Greymon and Metal Garurumon of their season, Shine Greymon burst mode, and Mirage Gaugamon burst mode, setting it apart from Glorymon a little bit, which resulted in Omnimon FB, which stands for Full Burst. I thought incorporating specifically the burst modes would provide a nice color mix for
that actually is pretty good. And I don't know why, but I like the shining black armor.
This Omnimon, and it absolutely did. I also thought about how this list didn't have a ton of Omnimon Zvort-esque Omnimon, which is why I pitched Weirdamon to also include Shine Greymon Ruin mode in this Omnimon. Shine Greymon taking the power of its dark side and transforming it into this new form, for good, alongside Mirage Gaugamon. So we get a cool black body Omnimon, but it's still a hero. Omnimon FB has an unreadable amount of energy to tap into, combining the power of burst modes, ruin modes, mega evolution, DNA Digivolution, and even the Black Digitron. Luckily, it's a Knight of Justice. It conducts missions for DATs to help humans and Digimon, as well as eviscerating anyone who would seek to impede the peace between the two worlds with its Mirage Mace and Shining Seer attacks. Moving over to Digimon Cross Wars, we have a similar situation to Paladin mode, but we already have a Digimon that has the power of Omnimon, Omni Shoutmon. So of course, we can't make an Omnimon for that season. So anyway, this is Omnimon Extreme, composed of Omni Shoutmon and Zeke Greymon. I just had to see this. I know Shoutmon DX exists, but that's more like a conventional Digicross. I wanted to see these two guys make an actual Omnimon form, not a augmented Shoutmon form. Needs a Greymon to comprise an even more insanely strong Omnimon. Weirdamon was also inspired by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord or Zyuranger Mecha, as Cross Wars has a very Megazord style of Digivolution, and I adore.
It literally has a giant ass revolver for a hand! Look at that! I like how on the blade it's got both sigils of the team.
All this, turning the Omni Shoutmon arm into a giant revolver, and the Zeke Greymon arm into a mix of the Grey Sword and War Greymon-esque Dramon killers, the claws coming from Zeke Greymon itself, with that cross heart symbol all merged into a gold and white form. Yeah, that's Digimon right there. A commander of unified armies, Omnimon Extreme towers over the battlefield. It takes no prisoners with its Shout Slinger or its Zeke Impalers. And hey, speaking of dark Omnimon Zvort before, I wanted to really tap into something a bit more dark, though not necessarily evil, as Cross Wars Season 3 is for all intents and purposes the 0-2 to Cross Wars initial adventure. So it made sense to me that Arrestadramon and Astamon would also get an Omnimon, like Omni Shoutmon and Zeke Greymon, resulting in Omnimon Noir or Chaosmon Omega. I couldn't quite settle on whether this would be an Omnimon or a Chaosmon, given the dueling natures, the opposition of the two that forge it. However, if this is taking place after Season 3 of Cross Wars, that reverted Digi-Egg may have hatched into a redeemed Psychmon or eventual Astamon to partner with Ryoma, just like seemingly Wendymon did after Hurricane Touchdown or Digimon the movie. Either way, I adore this spindly purple design. It really stands out from the others in this video, and I love the way the color scheme of Arrestadramon.
It's purple, man! It's purple, guy! Damn it! I screwed that up!
Astamon matches up here. Don't call it Joker Omnimon, though.
Melvin, brother of the Joker.
An anti-hero of the digital world. You never fully know where this Digimon's allegiances lie, but when it picks a side, it will fight diligently until the end, with its Arresta Lance and Asta Arsenal. Alright, it's time for Atmon. Did you really think I'd leave out Atmon? Do you watch this channel? However, Atmon is a little different, isn't it? And I did struggle to decide which two to pick. Obviously, the pro tag partner Gaiamon was going to be involved here, but then it became a struggle to choose between Rebootmon and Hadesmon. Both great contenders story-wise and in their role as the kind of Gabumon of the season. However, Offmon and in turn Rebootmon are partnered with Yujin, and while Ray and Hackmon, like I say, also fulfill a sort of Matt and Gabumon role in Atmon, so do Yujin and Offmon. Plus, Haru and Yujin, but well, history would say they were good friends. So I'm settling on Gaiamon and Rebootmon, which Weirdomon fused together to create Omni-Atmon. And straight away you'll notice that this is definitely different for an Omnimon, because it has hands. Yeah, this is quite the changer, but as this is an Atmon, I think it's appropriate that it would feel a bit different, a bit slightly weird from the other Omnimon, and I'm really fond of the way Weirdomon blended Gaiamon and Rebootmon into a form that feels like the two, but also absolutely resembles an Omnimon. It's a proper godlike feeling Atmon, which is appropriate for the fusion of two god-grade Atmon. The god of creation combined with the god of revolution made a god of eternity, Omni-Atmon, able to see all possible realities and shape the heavens and earth to its liking, rebooting and reshaping its universe as and when it sees fit. Whatever this Atmon imagines can come to fruition with enough time and energy, and it does so with its two hands which mold the clay of creation, Alpha and Omega. But how do we end this Omnimon video of all seasons? With Digimon Ghost Game, of course. Now listen, unlike Tamers, Ghost Game starts and ends on a very small pool of partner Digimon. Tamers starts small but ends relatively large. So I just said screw it, Weirdomon. Give Ghost Game some of that love, I'm not sure Toei gave it in the end there, and make a tri-fusion of Siriusmon, Diabitmon, and Amphimon. Actually, you know what? Throw Hoverespimon in there too, to create Omnimon Beyond.
Whoa, this is a full Digimon fusion.
This is an intergalactic Omnimon. It's funny how Ghost Game ended up being really, well, space game.
Space!
And to be honest, I would have struggled to make this a two halves Omnimon anyway. Picking either Diabitmon or Amphimon to go with Siriusmon just didn't feel right to me. So I like what Weirdomon and I settled on here. From the RGB patterns on the chest to the Diabitmon laser sword arm, Amphimon water cannon, and of course the entire UFO strapped to its back, emitting space energy, and with two of those smiley Hoverespimon rocket launchers leaning around the shoulders, this is an Omnimon worthy of a combination of the Ghost Game protagonists. In the near or far future, the human and digital worlds will need a protector from a threat from space. Only through the combined power of the brave children who call Earth their home and their partner Digimon can this grand goal be achieved. Their dreams merged to become Omnimon Beyond. Traversing the land, sea, skies, and stars, this Omnimon is a true all-rounder. It can launch Stamper rockets at long-range threats, slash apart close encounters with its dire, get it, destroyer, and when fighting underwater foes, see to their demise in the depths with its Amphizamba. And that is it. Omnimon for every Digimon season that don't technically have one. Omnimon Alter G for 02, Omnimon Alter T for Tamers, Omnimon Zenith for Frontier, Omnimon FB for Data Squad, Omnimon Extreme for Cross War Season 1 and 2, Omnimon Noir or Chaosmon Omega for Cross War Season 3, Omni-Atmon for Atmon, and Omnimon Beyond for Digimon Ghost Game. Huge thank you to Weirdomon for
Okay, so if I had to pick one to be like my favorite from this video, I'd have to go with
Tamers, Omnimon Zenith,
because this one, I don't know why, this one just says, yeah, that's your favorite.
To me is a silly idea, and his skill really blew me away in making all these guys feel like Omnimon, but also unique from each other. Go give him a follow, get a commission from him, it would mean the world to me. And of course, a huge thank you to my Deva Artbringers and Sovereign on patreon.com/KhanEX, Hilarion GW, MickeyD343, Terrapin.
Well, I think that's actually going to be the end of the video. Yep, just going to be thanks and all that. So, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below. And I'll see all you kids next time when we flick on. Peace out.